I grew up without a father, and I need you to listen to me very carefully. Because what that did to me, I am still fixing as a grown man. Let me ask you something, and don't lie to yourself. If your father disappeared today, would your life change, or would it stay exactly the same? Because for some of us, he was never really there to begin with. Now I want you to sit with me for a moment, not as someone watching a video, but as someone remembering something they never fully understood growing up. Have you ever felt like something was missing in your life, but you didn't have the words to explain it? Because growing up without a father is not just about someone not being around. It is about growing up without direction, without correction, without a man showing you what strength looks like when it is controlled, what love looks like when it is real, and what responsibility looks like when it is lived every single day. Be honest. When you were younger, did you ever look at other kids with their fathers and feel something inside you that you didn't understand? I remember those moments clearly, standing there, watching other kids laugh and run to someone they trusted, and feeling like I was looking into a world that I was somehow not part of. And let me ask you something. Who teaches a boy how to become a man when there is no man there to teach him? When a boy grows up without a father, he does not just miss moments. He misses structure, he misses discipline, he misses correction. And because of that, he starts building himself from whatever he can find, from the world, from friends, from mistakes, from pain. And none of those things were meant to replace a father. Let me ask you something. How many decisions in your life did you make without guidance, without someone correcting you, without someone showing you a better way? You learn to act strong, even when you are confused. You learn to stay silent, even when you need help. You learn to move forward, even when something inside you still feels incomplete. And maybe you told yourself, I don't need anyone, I can figure it out alone. But deep down, there is always a moment where you realize you were never supposed to figure everything out alone. And then life changes. You hold your child, and suddenly, everything becomes real. I remember holding my daughter, and I want you to really picture this moment. A small human being, completely dependent on you, trusting you without hesitation, looking at you like you are her entire world. And let me ask you something. What do you do when you were never shown how to be the man she needs? Now I need every father watching this to focus. Not casually, not half listening, really focus. Because what I'm about to say concerns you directly. Are you truly present in your child's life? Or are you just physically there while your attention is somewhere else? Be honest. When your child talks to you, are you actually listening? Or are you distracted, waiting for them to finish? Because let me make this very clear. Providing money does not make you a present father. Your child does not remember your bills. They remember your presence or your absence. Do you understand what happens when you are not there? Do you understand what grows in that empty space? Confusion, insecurity, searching, and sometimes pain that they cannot even explain. You don't get to disappear and still call yourself a father. And one day you will stand in front of Allah and you will be asked about them. And as for me, I didn't have a father to show me how to be one, but I made a decision. The cycle stops with me. I want you to come with me into a real moment. Not an idea, not a concept, but a moment that stays with you long after it passes. I remember times when I needed guidance. Not something big, not something dramatic, just small moments. Moments where a boy looks around, hoping someone will step in and say, "This is the right way." Moments where I made decisions and I didn't know if they were right or wrong. And there was no one there to correct me, no one there to guide me, no one there to say, "Slow down, think again." And I need you to think about your own life for a second. How many times did you wish someone stepped in, just once, and showed you a better way? Not because you were weak, but because you were human, and you were never meant to do life alone. There are moments that don't look important at the time, but they build who you become, how you react, how you trust, how you love. And when those moments pass without guidance, they leave gaps. And those gaps don't just disappear. They follow you into adulthood, into relationships, into how you carry yourself. And this is where Islam does not stay silent. Because Allah did not create us to figure life out alone. He gave us guidance, structure, responsibility. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Each of you is a shepherd, and each of you is responsible for his flock." Responsible. That word is heavy, not optional, not temporary, not when it's convenient. Responsible every single day. And let me ask you something. When you stand in front of Allah, what will you say about your children? Will you say you were busy? Will you say you were tired? Will you say you were distracted? Or will you say, "I was there"? And I'm going to be honest with you. There are moments now when I sit with my daughters and they laugh and they run to me and they trust me completely. And in those moments, something inside me breaks because I realize this is what I didn't have. And it hurts, but at the same time, it heals me. So let me leave you with this, not as a speech, not as a reminder, but as something I want you to carry with you after this video ends. If you are a father, be there. Not sometimes, not when it's easy, not when it's convenient. Be there, fully, consistently, intentionally. Because your child is not just watching what you say, they are watching who you are. And if you grew up without a father, like I did, then listen to me very carefully. You are not broken, but you have a responsibility. A responsibility to stop the cycle. A responsibility to build what you never had. The cycle stops with you. Now, I want you to do something. Don't just watch this and move on. If this touched you, if this reminded you of something real, then share this with someone. A father, a brother, a friend. Because someone out there needs to hear this before it's too late.